Hi guys. Hello. I'm sorry. You know what? I had to wash something, and so it might get loud because my washing machine is super loud. So I just have to warn you guys that might happen during this live. So we're gonna give people a chance to get here. I wanted to do this prayer circle for Quinton, and then I also wanted to share a surprise with you guys. Something that happened today, a interesting story. It's kind of crazy. So, and also I have to tell you what Quinton did to me today. So we'll get. I know it's like a impromptu live. And it's late, and I know that, and I'm sorry. So if you don't see it now, you can always share it. We will cut off the part for Quinton so you guys can share that video. We'll do that tomorrow. So that you guys can just share that, and so that everybody can kind of, because I don't know if people realize how powerful prayer is. It's a very powerful thing, and I don't think people realize it. So, when a lot of people get together and they do a prayer, it puts out a lot of energy. I've seen the power of prayer work in my own life. I've seen it work in others' lives. And I've actually seen it on a psychic detective show. I don't know if you guys know that or if you guys have seen this one, but somebody had this boy hostage. They made him dig his own grave. They were going to kill him and put him in it. And, or I should say unalive him and put him in it. And so this psychic that was working on the case, that was seeing all this, decided to do a prayer circle with a bunch of other psychics. And they ended up letting the boy go after that prayer circle and turning himself in and saying that the voices told him to. So that is just an example of what prayer can do. So prayer is very powerful. And yes, everything happens as it's supposed to happen. People get found if they're supposed to be found, but there's always exceptions to the rules, I think, in my opinion. So, yeah, that sounds about right for her. It's kind of ridiculous. Actually, I saw a memorial in his reading. There was a reference to a memorial. I was seeing like how you have a memorial on the side of the road. That was my symbolism for it. So that's ridiculous of her and very, very selfish. That's stupid. How selfish can somebody be? Just saying. So that's why I wanted to do this prayer circle for Quinton. I'm waiting for a few other people to get here because I don't like to repeat myself. People always come in and ask me questions after I'm in here. Yeah, that's ridiculous. So if you guys have a candle, get it, light it. White is best, but any color will do. Hello. Yeah, well, I do have to say that I don't agree with the protesting. Because I feel like the cops know what they're doing. They don't want another Casey Anthony. When they nail her, they want to nail her. So I think that people need to leave it alone and just let them do their jobs and quit causing the drama. That's a good idea. I don't think I have anything to. I wonder if a pen would work. Let me see. Let me try this. Getting wax on me, dumbass. You can't see it, but I know it's there. Do it like that. Yeah, it isn't a good look. I agree with that. It's not, but I'm totally against the. I mean, okay, so yes, we live in a free world, and yes, people have the right to protest, and I just don't like the drama that it's causing. It's not about, it's becoming not about Quinton, just like Kylie was not about Kylie anymore. The cops are doing what they're doing for a specific reason, and I think people just need to let the cops do their job. It's getting kind of ridiculous. You have people that are drunk out there, that are high out there, that are making a scene, and it's just not right. Justice will come when justice comes. And so that's why we're here today, is we're going to try our best to do what we can to get Quinton found. So it is, but I understand why people are ticked. I do. I understand why people are ticked, but they have to understand why the police are doing this like this. Casey Anthony got off. They don't want that to happen here. They want to make sure they got all their ducks in a row. There's a reason for it. We just need to trust that reason. We don't know the evidence they have. We don't know the situation. We don't know the case. So, it is becoming a circus, and it's kind of ridiculous. I don't agree with the protesting, and that's just me. That's my opinion. I understand why they're doing it, but it's beyond. It's 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 become drama now, and again, we don't want them to mess up the investigation, right? So, okay, yes, that's very nice, Pixel. I only have one candle. I actually got it today, so I have to tell you guys, I'm trying to wait to see if more people are going to come in. I did get this lamp because I thought, it's always kind of shadowed back here. I don't know if you guys like that or not, if it's too much light in the back. And then someone got me this Moonchild thing off of my wish list. But I have to tell you what Quinton did to me today. This little stinker. So I was in the store, and I was like looking. I just happened to pass these little, I don't know if you guys have seen these things before. And normally I don't, get these anymore because I don't have a little kid. But I saw this little dragon, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And I was like, no, Rachelle, you don't need it. You can't afford it. Go get in line. So I left it alone, and I went to get in line. And I kid you not, I'm standing in the line, and this thing pops in my head, and it will not go away. So the only thing I could think of is Quinton was saying he wanted it. So this is Quinton's little dragon. It was crazy. I could not get it out of my head. I've never had that happen to me before. Usually if stuff repeats like that in my head and it won't go away, like it's important in a reading, right? So basically I was being forced to get this by him. He wanted it. My dogs are going crazy outside. So this is Quinton's little dragon. I don't know why he wanted it. I don't know. Maybe we should look up what dragons symbolize. I didn't think about doing that. Okay, so dragons are considered omens of luck and good fortune. Many civilizations believe them to be harbingers of wealth and abundance in life, may associate them with water bodies and rain. They are also omens of power, bravery, transformation, and to the sky to many. So it has a good meaning behind it. So I guess it's to bring luck. Oh, Quinton. He's so cute. So, It was one of those things I was not allowed to ignore. And when spirit does that, I try to follow. I also had a crow talking to me today, and I'm starting to wonder if that's not a new guide. As soon as I walked outside, I never heard this, never, ever, ever heard a crow make this noise before. And it was on top of the on top of the post out there, and it just started like screaming at me. And so I don't know if it was talking to me or what. I'm starting to wonder. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly. That's very sweet. Thank you. So I'm looking for a specific prayer because I know what I want to say and I'll be guided to say it. But I'm looking for a prayer for missing and to add to it. This is all safe return, which we know it's kind of. Hello. And none of these are fitting. None of these prayers. I don't like it. It doesn't like fit. Who is the saint of. I just had this idea. Hello. The saint of missing persons is Anthony of Paluda. I'm not Catholic, but I don't know. Angela, did you send me one? I'm looking, but none of them fit what we're trying to do. I guess I'll just let it come. Okay. Yes, because prayer is very powerful. And so I ask that anybody that sees this video just say a little prayer for Quinton as you hear it, because we're going to be cutting it off so that it can be shared. I don't know. It's just an idea that I had today because, like I said, I've seen the power of prayer work. So I know I was going to speak what's in my heart, but I was just seeing if there's a specific one that that I could add to it was what I was looking for. That's all. So, to make it a little more powerful. But that's fine. So I'm going to, let me bring up a picture of Quinton so I can focus on it. So if you can light a candle, please do. Okay. So I think we've given everybody a chance to get here. I hope. Okay. I'm not used to praying in front of people. Sorry. All right. Dear Lord, angels and guides, we ask that you come together and help the people at the landfill, help the FBI, help the police officers, lead them to where Quinton is so that justice may come. I do understand that everything happens for a reason, and I do understand that people are found in the timing that they're supposed to be found, but I also come to you with my heart open, as little Quinton has affected many people around the world. He's a bright light and a bright spirit, and I know he's with you. We just ask that his physical body be found so that justice may come. Again, I know, Heavenly Father, that it will happen the way it's meant to happen. But we ask little Quinton his physical body be laid to rest in the correct manner, because that's what he deserves. I ask the angels to help, to whisper in ears, to give people ideas, to lead them to the right place in the right direction. I ask that if there's anything more that I can do, that you bestow that upon me. I know that Quinton is safe and sound with you, as I can see that now. But I think the whole world just would like him to have a proper burial and not be where he is now. Heavenly Father, we thank you for blessing us with Quinton, for blessing those that knew him, even if this was meant to happen as part of his soul plan. I know that I'm thankful for just communicating with him in spirit and feeling the honor of seeing what a bright little light he is. I know that he's touched so many hearts, and I think a lot of people would appreciate the closure. I ask for Quinton to be found. I ask for them to do whatever they need to do. I ask for their eyes to be trained to see what they need to see. And I ask for, regardless of how this happens, peace to come to those that he has touched, and justice to come to those that deserve it, as part of a karmic plan. Again, we thank you for the blessing of Quinton. Amen. So I hope that was a good prayer. I felt like I said the right things. Okay, good. Because I sometimes, struggle to say things sometimes. Like I said, I'm not used to praying in public, but I pray all the time. In Jesus' name, yes, amen. So now we just have to leave it in the universe's hands. We just have to trust. Archangel Raphael stepping forward, which is weird. I know he's an archangel of healing. I need to see who the archangel of missing children is, or missing, because I know there is. Archangel Shamuel. Okay, we need to say something to him. I thought that's who it was too. That's kind of who came to me. I know Archangel Raphael's here for some reason, and I think that's the healing of people's hearts, but because he's in green. So Archangel Shamuel is so we call upon Archangel Shamuel, and I hope I'm saying his name right. He is the one that is involved with the divine justice, guarding the innocent children and giving strength to overcome difficult situations. So we ask him to please help us find little Quinton, or help the landfill workers find little Quinton, or the FBI or law enforcement, whoever. We ask Archangel Shamuel to please guide people in that direction, guide people to find him. He works with the missing. He comes in pink, so he's also an angel of peace, and again, divine justice. So please, Archangel Shamuel, please help in this effort to find little Quinton's physical body. Thank you, amen. Yeah, I mean, I think calling upon that archangel is good. I think that's what I'm saying. Raphael is healing prayer, and I just got the chills with that. And I think that's because of the prayer that I just said. Because I can literally see him over here, and he's surrounded in green. And I work a lot with him for some reason, but so I think that might be why he stepped forward as part of the healing prayer. So hopefully, I mean, like I said, power of prayer is a very, very powerful thing. Like I said, they let go of that kid because they had a prayer circle, and the guy said that the voices told him to do it and to turn himself in out of nowhere, out of literally nowhere. Like he had him dig his grave. So I've seen many times where I've been stuck and I've all of a sudden help has shown up. So, after I've prayed for it. So I truly believe in the power of prayer. And I truly believe if everybody, bands together, that we emit that much light to put out into the universe. I was always shown that Quinton would be found. And I have people saying, well, he's not in the landfill. Yes, he is. Okay. I don't think people understand what it takes to go through a landfill, the methane, everything. Police have evidence to think he's there, or they would not be spending all this resources and time. Like they would not. Plus everything I've gotten, I was pulled to where he was apparently allegedly dumped, and I was pulled to Little Neck, right next to the landfill. I never went anywhere else other than a perimeter, but I always found my way back. I always went in a circle and came back. And again, the Martian stuff is the perimeter, but it's also that person that was found in the marshy area. So it's interconnecting due to time in the area. Okay, so the marsh and the woods are literally across the street from here, which is exactly what I saw. It's right next door to a church, which is exactly what I saw. So I'm telling you guys, not only that, but I've seen his little hand in the trash. I mean, obviously it's probably not going to look like that now, but it's a symbolism. I've seen the yellow. I did not even know that they had yellow boots and yellow things like that, but I was getting like a yellow color, but I was reminded of like rain gear. And that's exactly how their boots are. They're like that kind of material that is yellow. And I did not know that when I got that. So I maybe thought that he was, telling me he could see it, but I have already told certain people where to look because I had a dream that he was at the end of the line into the right line. I've been able to remote view that area perfectly and tell somebody there where to keep an eye out for. The flag was hung today or whenever they've been doing this. So the flag I kept getting, I think, is for that. But at the beginning, I didn't think he was, but he is. Just because of all of the stuff that I've gotten 3 years ago. I got 3 years ago, I got the name Quinton and I heard bottles from a landfill and saw trash. Those bottles went on for 3 days. And I think it was put in my mind so that when we got back to this point, I would not question it. So I'm not questioning it. That's where he's at. And I feel like like I said, the police know, they have good faith that he's there. They wouldn't be spending $250,000 to do it. They wouldn't be doing whatever they're doing. They're bringing in specialists and all that. They know what they're doing. We have to trust them on that. And I mean, they want to find him, and they would not be looking there if they didn't think that he was there. And I think he's there. That's all the information I've gotten. I've never gotten anything else. We think about, the beginning of my reading where, I wasn't shown the landfill in that particular reading, but I was given a trash bag, and I was sitting over here. It didn't even come in the reading. It came randomly to me where I saw the trash bag being spun. And then I heard the sound of a trash truck. So it was like, put the trash there. The trash truck picked it up. And then I literally went from there up to Little Neck, which Angela did find that for me, but I was headed that way anyways because I always wanted to go up. And I just was looking around there and I was like, oh, interesting, Southwest Church. So I do think he's there. And just because I haven't found him yet does not mean he's not there. People don't understand what it takes to look in a landfill. Look at Zion. Okay, Zion was missing for about a month, though, before they started. And they looked for 5 months for her, and unfortunately they didn't find her, but they really think she's there, but she could be really, really buried. And I didn't realize that and I even say this in my readings, like my mind like kind of second guessed the landfill thing, because I was told by a PI a long time ago that it would be stupid to dump somebody in landfill because of how the trash is like separated and all of that. Well, apparently it's not. So I was given false information, and I had I was dumb about that. Obviously, it isn't that easy. So I do believe that God is working through me, definitely. God gave me these gifts. I asked for these gifts. And I was given them. The mother. I mean, if you go back to my readings, I was given 3 cases, allegedly. I was given 3 cases of all mom. I was given Casey Anthony. I was given Megan Boswell. And I was given one that I worked on privately where a woman beat up her son, said that she hated him and beat him up, and she was in a drunken stupor. So those are the 3 cases that I received with that. So, I mean, I just, I've had people comment that he's not there. He is there. I've had other psychics say he's not there. He is there. There's never been anything that I've been given that he says he's not there, and I was given this information 3 years ago. How else do you describe it? To get Quinton and then all the bottles and everything from a landfill. I remember that drove me crazy for about 3 days, and I was working on Stephanie at the time, and it didn't make sense to me because I kept getting Stephanie on the side of the road, and I was like, why am I getting in the landfill? And it was weird because they knew that I was going to go back into my reading. I haven't even went back into more because we were going to make a validation video. They knew I was going to go back into my readings and find that. And Stephanie was one of them. And I had forgotten all about it other than just it's symbolic for trash. Like whenever they dump trash, you know how it sounds if they're like a bunch of bottles or something? It's just symbolic to let me know. See, it's how I relate to things. And how I understand things is why I get things that way. So if I'm hearing bottles like being dumped in a landfill because I've heard that before, it's the same thing. And so I've explained everything I've gotten to someone, and they are keeping an eye out. So I don't know if you guys have recycling. We don't have recycling here. All recycling goes to the trash here in Arizona. So again, sorry, here's my washing machine. I apologize. It's spinning out. I don't want to put you guys on mute either because it'll be like a long mute. But it's just the way that I relate to things. You know what I mean? I relate to that, and they give me the sound, not just the vision. So I don't know if they have recycling there at that landfill or anything, or if it means something like that. I don't know. Yeah, we used to recycle all the time in California, but they don't do it here. It's like dumb. Um, it is in my mind. Do you understand? It's a symbolic thing. So when I would hear that, because I've heard like trash with a bunch of bottles and stuff being dumped, and I know what it sounds like, that's how spirit will give it to me. That's how spirit works with me. It's how I relate to things. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what it was. I again apologize for my washing machine. So don't be dumb. No. Um. So when I heard that, I knew it was trash. You know what I mean? Like that's just how spirit looks at, or like works with me. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it makes sense to me. Right. Oh, the washing machine isn't loud. Oh, I'm glad because it sounds loud to me. It's always so loud to me. But it spins out so freaking loud. But I had to wash what was in there, so that's why I couldn't wait. So yeah, every vision I've had has been of the landfill. Every time I've gone somewhere else, I always get led back. So that's why I feel he's there. Um, and it's a big operation, and I don't think people realize like how hard it is. Like he's so small with all this trash. Like, just because they haven't found him yet does not mean he's not there. So you guys have, people have to keep that in mind. Um, and so hold on a second. So my darn dogs are being loud right now. That's why I'm wondering if it's like that over there. I understand that people are impatient, but I don't know. Like I told her, okay, so I've let them know what the visions that I've gotten, and I don't know if it's any specific spot in the landfill. They know where they know where he, like what trash cans he was dumped in, so they know specifically what part of the landfill to look for. Um, so drones won't do anything. I mean, it's not really going to do nothing. I believe that they're using dogs again, which they weren't allowed to because of the meth thing before, but they've got all kinds of specialists on it. They're pulling everything that they can to find him. Um, I think I saw that on the news. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not spending all this money unless they think he's there. And I've never gotten anywhere else. Like I said, I got the perimeter and the marsh, and then again, my interconnects get kind of confusing when they bring in the marsh, and then a duck hunter finds a body in the marsh. Like, so the end of the second reading, I think, was the duck hunter, but it interconnects due to the same type of area and the timing. Like, that's how my interconnects work. And it can get a little confusing sometimes. Pretty cool, but it gets a little confusing sometimes. Um, because I already had like Quinton's area. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that it's hard to make a charge stick without his body if they don't have enough evidence, and that's why they haven't arrested her yet. Like, they want to make sure that they have everything they have to arrest her. You know what I mean? So she's a liar. She's a pathological liar. So I wouldn't trust anything she had to say at all. At all. So I have to tell you guys, we'll get back to Quinton in a minute, but I want to tell you guys this real quick. So today, wait, no, I got to go back 4 weeks ago. Okay. So 4 weeks ago, I had a vision of a tabby kitten, I should say. It drove me a little crazy. And I'm like, why the hell am I having this vision of this freaking tabby cat? It went on for a few days and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then I just kind of stopped, kind of went away. So today I'm out getting hay and running some errands and stuff like that. And me and this guy run across this tabby cat. Little thing, it's probably about 4 weeks old because it's eating food. I thought it was going to need to be bottle fed, but it's eating food. And its eyes were like, I don't even have it with my other cats right now because its eyes are like closed, like horribly closed. They had all this goop on them. And she smelled really bad. Pretty sure it's a girl. And she's just a mess, just whole complete mess. And so yeah, but you won't be able to see it with all the trash. That's the problem. They're bringing in everything they can. So I'm going to tell you this because I want to show you guys and then I'll put it back and then we'll continue about Quinton. So, anyways, I'm like, well, man, I need to give this thing a bath because it stinks like I did. It was one of those days, man. I'm telling you, it was the weirdest freaking day. So, what else was I going to do with it? The thing was like, I had the vision of it 4 weeks ago. And what's weird is it's about 4 weeks old. So I had it when it was born. It looks just like the vision that I saw. Its eyes are all messed up. It smells like oil. I was like, man, I got to give this thing a bath. It's got fleas all over it. Starving to death. So I'll show you guys. Oh, and you're never going to guess. I'll tell you what I named it when I come back. Hopefully the dogs don't bark when I go in there. Hold on. So, get away. So this is, I'm pretty sure it's a girl. I don't see balls on it. I'm pretty sure. Back up, Violet. And guess what I named it due to the timing of this? Violet, get back. The first time that she's ever seen it. Because I have it, because it's still kind of sick. So I have it away from my other cats and I have it away from my dogs and everybody. It's in my bathroom. Violet, stop. Violet's like a mama dog. So she wants to see what the heck. But see its little eyes, they're already better. They've had antibiotics in them. They had antibiotics in them. And so she's got some antibiotics and she was it. The guy knows the area and she was like, he's like, this is not a normal. So it's a girl, so it's not Quinton, but I named it Libby. Due to the timing of everything and all that, and she's so sweet. I gave her a bath and she literally like went limp and just let me give her a bath. She loved it. Absolutely loved it. So she's had antibiotics. She's had some fish muck. She had some food and goat's milk. And she's had a bath, a flea bath. She's so much better now. She doesn't smell like oil. And she's probably sleeping in cars. That's why she smells like, get down, Zook. That's why she smells like, she is super. She was laying in the heating blanket. I took it off my birds, and that's what I was washing was another heating blanket. I don't even know if it works, but we're gonna try it. I probably will because I'm already attached. I just think it's weird that I had a vision of her 4 weeks ago, and then 4 weeks, here she is. That's been happening to me a lot with having visions and stuff happening. She's super tired. I know. I thought so too, but she's not. No, it's a girl. You know how you tell it's like their hoo-ha and their butt are like really close together. That's how you tell a girl. That's what she is. Her eyes are so much better. They were so gooped shut. If you guys saw the picture of her, you would be like, oh my gosh, she looked horrible. She looked so sick. And the guy's like, well, you just need to wipe out her eyes. I'm like, no, she needs antibiotics, and she needs antibiotics in her eyes and everything. That's why I hadn't let the cats out, because I was going to show you guys. Yeah, you know, I probably can't find it all because I had a vision of it and I think I'm supposed to have it. I thought, okay, so it was weird because I was like, what am I going to name it? And I thought about Autumn. Like, that kind of came to me. And then I was like, you know what? With the timing of all this, you know, with Libby and Abby and everything, and the fact that it's a female and all of that, I just decided to name her Libby. Because I think Libby really, with connecting to her, I think she made a shift in my work, and will not be any more fleas. You okay, baby? She's so mellow. She just let me hold her. She's so happy that she has a home. Oh, baby. She like totally went limp when I gave her a bath, though. It was so weird. It was like I've never had a kitten not fight me. Yeah, I know, because it's so close to Halloween, but yeah, no. I just decided to. That's why I named her. Yeah, that's why I named her Libby, because of the timing of it, of everything. And like I said, I think Libby had pretty much a big hand in a lot of things with my gifts and whatnot. So I don't know. It kind of came to me today, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna name her Libby. Huh, interesting. I tried to understand it, but I didn't. But see how she is? Oh, but it was so crazy. She just kind of went limp when I gave her bath. But she's tired. Probably she's been out on the streets. Yeah. I know. I didn't need another cat, and that's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm going to turn... The heating blanket is because she was wet, and it dried her off. Violet, get down. It's okay. It's just a baby. She's just a baby. You've seen lots of babies. I'll probably put her... She can move away from the heat on the heating blanket, so that's what she did. She wasn't actually in the heated spot. Violet! See, Violet's mama. She's a mama. And Xena, when I brought her home, Xena had to see her. She's like licking her like crazy. Yeah, she'll unfortunately definitely stay. I didn't need any more cats, but it was like kind of faded. It was really weird because the timing of it, like I was walking back to put my cart away, and that's when we came across her. So I went in and got some goat's milk and Violet. Violet, get down. Yeah, I actually on Finger Hut got a heater, one of those little, what are they called, the oil heaters or whatever. Yeah, all my, my dogs are gonna have to get used to it. They kind of get weird in the very beginning, but they learn because they've been raised around cats and kittens. They learn. But I gotta make sure she's okay first before I bring her around the cats. So she's gonna be in the bathroom for a little while, which Roscoe isn't liking because that's where he usually eats. because he has different food. But yeah, she's a lover. Yep, universe said it because they showed me her like when she was born. You know what I mean? Well, Libby, it's like, Libby, I didn't need another one, girl. It was just so weird that I saw her it looked exactly like this. It was orange, like an orange tabby. And I saw it like 4 weeks ago, and it turns out she's about that because she's eating wet food. I mixed some goat's milk with her wet food, and she's eating it. Oh, are you so sleepy? Are you so sleepy? Her eyes still messed up, but we just put some stuff in it, so it should get better soon. I also cleaned it out with some, if you guys don't know, black tea is really good. Black tea and honey. It's really good for eye infections. So I cleaned it out with that. And then I had some azithromycin or something like that. I looked it up. You can use it with cats and dogs, but I had it left over from Eli. And we used that. But she's super tired, huh? Zook, no. Don't lick it. Don't. Here, you want to smell her? You can smell her. Zook, you've been around cats. Don't act like she's food. Yeah. She was on my shirt since I got her. I was like running through the stores with her with my shirt. Yeah, black tea and honey is really good for eye infections in cats and dogs. I've used it for both. But I also put I had some of that, so I put in her eyes. Yeah, I learned it from what are those vets called? A homeopathic vet on YouTube. And I've used it. It's like a miracle worker. She's looking at you, Zook. You can say hi to her. He's sitting here wagging his tail. They've all been around cats, but I just have to watch them when they're this tiny because they are like thinking that they're food. But yeah, Xena, when I came home, she like had to be mama to her because I don't know why she's so tired. She had fleas on her, so she's probably, she's got to gain back some strength. They were eating on her. I think we got them all off. Hope we got them all off. You could see her. She's not food, though. You know that. You know what kittens are. Yeah, you know what kittens are. Dude, don't knock over my stuff. Violet's laying right next to me. Violet is a major mama dog. Mama cat. She's mama to cats, mamas to puppies, whatever. She just loves everything. Yeah. See, that's your baby. That's a new baby. Yes, that's a new baby. Okay. You're being a little annoying now. Yeah, it's for eye infections, though, not ear infections. So I've used it on Zook too. Zook had an eye infection or ear infection. Yeah, eye infection. And I a cat that I literally got at Walmart, she had one too. It's Violet's new baby. Okay, get down. Okay, you're being annoying now. Okay, dude, Violet. Dude. So. Yeah, it's Libby. Yeah. But she ate really good. So that's good. I think she's just tired. Who knows what she's been through, She smelled like oil, so I imagine she was in cars or in oil or something like that. Yeah, Violet loves babies. So she's a baby lover. Zook's over here staring at me like I don't know what he's thinking. He's been around baby kittens before too, though. I bottle fed Hazel, so he's seen little baby kittens. You want to go to sleep here? Right. That's the same thing when I came in. Xena saw her and she almost followed me out of the gate. I was like, no, stay. And they brought her and I showed her and she was licking her like crazy. Because she's a farm dog, so she doesn't have a prey drive. So she just was happy to see a baby. She probably took care of babies on her old farm. Yeah, I mean, it kind of worries me because she is so mellow. I hope she's not like, I didn't do something wrong or she's overly sick. Huh. Aren't you so sweet? She's staring at me. Yeah, I always give the babies goat's milk, but I mixed it with, I had some kitten food here and I mixed it with it. Violet, would you stop? Stop. Goodness gracious. Dogs and cats are starting to get annoying all of a sudden. Oh, I know, baby. Stop it, Violet. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She didn't have like a ton of fleas, but I was glad I gave her a bath because I didn't want to give her a bath because she's sick, right? She has like a little respiratory thing. So I didn't want to give her a bath. I was worried about getting her wet. But oh my gosh, she let me put her on her back. She was so limp. I was like worried. She just literally went and she was like, she became heavy, like, you know, dead weight. And like I put her on her back and I did it. She just like laid there. She loved it. I've never had a cat love water like that. They usually fight me over it. But stop, Violet, please. Huh? Are you a good baby? You're a good baby. So she's like, just chill. I hope she stays chill like this. Her nose? I don't know. How's it supposed to feel? Yeah, it's warm. It's warm. I have an issue with saving animals, don't I? I just can't say no. And then I that's the problem. I get them and then I can't rehome them. Are you okay, baby? Why are you so mellow? You kind of worry me. Are you all right? Are you okay? Hmm? Oh, what? See, her eyes still kind of gooped up, but we'll give it time, huh? We'll give it time. Yeah, I can't. Like, in the fact that I had a vision of her like 4 weeks ago, it's just like I can't. Because at that time, I was like, why am I seeing this orange cat? Like, am I going to get an orange cat because I don't need another cat? Yeah, I tried to give her some water. She didn't want any, but I'm going to go put some in there. I just need to find. Would you guys stop? I just need to find a smaller bowl so she doesn't throw herself in it. She was drinking a little bit of the water when I was washing her, but I tried to give her a bowl and she didn't want it, but she drank some goat's milk and ate some food. Oh, she might just be full and feel good. No, that might be the thing. You want to see her, Zuki? But look at your lips. You can smell her. What do you think? Oh, nose to nose. Nose to nose. Zuki, you're a good boy. Shh, Bobby, stop. Hold on. My dog's outside got them going. It might. I don't know how often I'm allowed to put that salve in. This one's really bad. This eye, the one on this side. So I don't know how often I'm allowed to use it. I don't know if it's the same. I need to look it up because I don't know if it's the same for human as for her. They're barking because the dogs outside are barking and they're ticked at me because I was gone today and then I just kind of fed them and jumped on here real quick. So they're kind of mad at me. But Violet, stop. Violet gets whiny over babies. I don't know why. She's weird. Hello, Denise. Hello, Denise. Actually, like I said, black tea and honey works really good. And then I have some what did I say? Erythromycin or something like that. I don't know. It's for the eyes. You can use it for cats and dogs. I got it for Eli. I had to get it for Eli's prescription. But you can use it on cats and dogs. I looked. And then she's on Fishmax. She's checking out the dog. She's checking out Violet. So, yeah. I learned it from a holistic vet, though, and I've used it multiple times. It always works. I've used it on a lot of dogs and cats. Stop! Violet. You're being annoying, dude. She's super sleepy. Okay, say bye-bye, Libby. Say bye-bye, Libby. Bye-bye, Libby. Okay, I'm going to go take her back to bed because going somewhere said so. So, she had a little bit of a runny nose too, so. Right? She had a little bit of a runny nose. I had to wipe her nose. She didn't want me to leave. She like got up and started following me around. I put her in the blanket. I turned down the heating blanket. She can go anywhere on that blanket where it's not hot. So did you have allergy pills? I don't know. I used to be allergic too. I'm not allergic anymore. But if things keep going the way that they're going, I'll probably end up taking her to the vet and making sure she's okay. I have a really good vet out here that's very she's very good. I don't want to put the dragon with her. I don't want anything to happen to it. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad because she's by herself, but I'll try to spend as much time as I can with her. Poppy, no. So, my dogs are going to be driving me crazy. Yeah, it's like I told you, they're mad at me. They've been in the crate and they're just like, screw this, Mom. That's cool. I always wanted a pig. They're good. They're good pets. Some people have them in their house, can potty train them and everything. Pigs. Yeah. Well, I was going to, but I didn't get the chance because Roscoe's in the other. I did ask for my gifts. Yeah. I kind of like after my husband passed away, I just like really wanted to learn how to connect. Like someone gave me medium reading, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to make people feel, feel like that, feel like the way I was made to be feel. I want to help people in that way, and so I asked for them, and I got them. I mean, I think I was always intuitive, anyways, and I had that awakening because my husband passed away. So, yeah. I mean, I can't really do that with her because the other animals, but I wish I could take her to bed with me, but I don't want the cat skin respiratory infection or anything like that. So she's gonna have to stand there for a little bit until she's well. She's just starting on antibiotics. Hopefully, it's strong enough. So hopefully, I'll be able to, if I have to, get her to the vet. My vet's really good. She's really I mean, she's a vet. All vets are expensive, but she's pretty. What's the word? Affordable. She's pretty affordable. Like she took care of Roscoe, and then she did Bear's surgery. She did Bear's surgery for $3,000 less than what everybody else wanted. So, because buried underwear like an idiot. But and then like a little bit after that, Roscoe had his thing. So Roscoe has to eat special food now forever. But I just say, my animals keep me broke. I didn't need any more, but Poppy, what are you doing? Hush! Damn dog. She tried to jump on my lap and she missed and landed on her back. Okay. I've been doing this for 10 years. It's just sort of shifted this year, and it gotten stronger, but I've been doing this for about 10 years. It's weird because October seems to be a month for me, because October was the month that I started like doing readings, and then this October like things shifted even more. But yeah, she tried to jump on my lap and then she freaking fell. This dog, when I first got her, actually fell. She tried to climb on my shoulder and she fell off my shoulder and landed on her back. I thought I freaking killed her, but she's okay. She's obviously okay. See, she likes to be weird. Stop being weird, Poppy. Say hi to everybody and quit being weird. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. I don't think people understand like how hard it is to get a name, let alone a first and a last name. Like it's literally impossible. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it again. I'm like, man, I hope people don't expect me to do this all the time, because it's literally not, like, it's not heard of that often. Dude, she's crazy. She wants back up here, but she won't stay still. Stop, Poppy. Are you jealous of the kitten or something? What's going on? Stop. I don't want my ears licked. Yeah, she likes to lick inside my ears. It's annoying. She's a little stinker. Poppy, don't be a jerk. She's possessive over me. She growls at everybody that comes near me. She's a weirdo. She's a little thing. See, I'm a little thing. Oh, no. Gross. Poppy. I wish. Yeah. I have one of those. Cheyenne, she has to sleep on my legs every night. It's not very comfortable, but she has to go under the blankets and on top of my legs, and she's like a big dog. She was as tiny as this though, like smaller. She was another one that I ended up with, and she had parvo, and then she had coccidia, and so she was really sick for like 2.5 months, back and forth to the vet, everything. And then she's fine now. She's like my girl because of that. Like, we have this really strong bond. It's kind of different. Like, I have a different kind of bond with each of my dogs, and each of my animals, but with her, it's like different. Like, we have a very special connection because of that, I think. But she always has to go underneath my blankets and lay on my legs, like, every night. She will sit there and stare at me until I let her under the blankets. Like, she can't get under herself. I have to lift them up for her. And she turned out to be a big dog. She used to be super tiny, and I thought she was going to stay tiny. Everybody thought she was a Chihuahua. But she's a Chihuahua pit. My son thinks she's ugly, but I think she's beautiful. She's the one on my shorts with the teeth. She's got an underbite, and she cracks me up with her underbite all the time and the looks on her face. Yeah, Poppy does want to be live. She's like, yeah, Mommy, hold me. Stop. No licks. I love my dogs, but I don't like them to lick me in the face. It's gross. Huh. Poppy. Goodness gracious, Poppy. Yeah, she's a little jerk to other, like, she doesn't want anybody else around me. Like, she's mean. She'll freaking attack him. She'll growl at him, but she just doesn't want anybody. She's like very possessive. She's a very possessive dog over me. And super possessive. Huh? Are you super possessive? You are, huh? She's with my little, I have a little fuzzy dog that's about, well, not fuzzy, but longer hair dog that's like her size. It's Chihuahua something. Chihuahua Terrier is what I think she is, really. And they click like this. They sleep together. They lay together. They do everything together, those two. They're like this. I've never seen two dogs be so, like, you would think they were from the same litter or like real sisters. They're just so close. So close that like I said, they're like best friends. But they act more like sisters. It's kind of weird. But those two is kind of weird. They're soulmates. That's what I call them. Those two. And they're about the same age. Close in age. She's a little older. What? No. Just sit still. Just sit still. Just sit still, Poppy. So, well, I don't know. I think does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? Because that's what Vanish and Forgot wanted to get on here tonight, and besides do the thing with Quinton, welcome all the new subscribers and see if anybody had any questions before I get off here. I know it's late for a lot of people, and hopefully the prayer will make a difference. Are you going to sleep? Poppy's going to sleep. All of a sudden. That's kind of funny. You're all hyper and then all of a sudden you're just falling asleep. So yeah. That was how my day went. It was kind of wild and crazy. And I had a reading I had to get back to. And I was late, but they were understandable. They were understanding about what happened because I let her know what was going on the whole time. So it's cool. We've gotten a lot of new subs, and we finally broke what the old channel had. Yeah, well, I have more from Delphi. So when I did auto rights, so not everything's going to fit Delphi for my auto rights because now I understand how they work, and they kind of work to where I can pick up other cases. So I might have been picking up another serial killer or something like that. Or it might be someone that's connected, right? So they're all on iHeart. I'm going to try because I'm missing some. My old channel got hacked. We just surpassed that old channel, by the way, because I had like 511 or something like that. So my old channel got hacked, and they took all my things off. They put them back, and it seems like I'm missing, I think, 3 auto writes off of there, but there's a playlist for Delphi. So I think I'm missing 2, 3, and 4 is what it looks like. So I can't download it from iHeart. What I think I'll do is I think I'll videotape it on my phone if I can. That's the only thing I can think of, like play iHeart on my phone and videotape it, and then just post it. And that way we have them all on here, because I don't know if iHeart's going to always be up. I'm not really sure like what he's going to do with that. So I hope so too, Lucy Lou. I don't know. I kind of get worried when like she's I mean, she was feisty when I put her in there. She kind of like wanted to follow me out and stuff, and I laid her down and she jumped in the litter box. Like, she walks around and stuff, so she's not too bad. I think I got her just in time. But it was weird because I was like, the timing of everything, I don't know. Just, the fact that I think I had a vision of her when she was born, and then like this happening today. I happened to have to go to Wilcox today, and it's just like, I don't know, it was weird. I was at that right place in that right time. And the thing was, I wasn't even going to go to Safeway, but I was like, the last minute, I need wood because I don't have a heater, and it's going to get cold in the next couple days. So I was like, well, I better get wood. And so I went there, and if I wouldn't have stopped to get wood, I wouldn't have seen her. It was just the whole timing of everything is really weird. Yeah, she does. She walks around. She didn't want me to go. Like, I put her on the blanket. She like jumped in the litter box, jumped out. She just sits there. She tried to kind of run out the door. So I think it's good. I think I got her just in time. And like I said, I started her on antibiotics. So I hope that they're strong enough. It's fish mox, which is amoxicillin. You can give that to your cats and dogs. I learned that a long time ago. So hopefully, I'm hoping it'll be strong enough she doesn't need like Clavamox or something like that. I know all this because I've helped at a shelter. I've had my own kittens. I actually got another one, Nebula. I got her at basically Walmart, and her eyes were the same. And it only took hers weren't as bad as hers, but it only took a couple days, and I had her doing good. I think she was saying goodnight to Lucy Lou, actually. I'm probably not going to be on much longer. Poppy's sitting here falling asleep in my arms like a weirdo. So yeah, I don't know. The timing of everything is really weird today. And it just kind of like popped in my head because I was like, what am I going to name her? I wanted to name her something like that was fate, like a fate name. And then for some reason, Libby popped in my head, and I was like, oh, that's interesting because that's the timing of everything. And like, the information that Libby gave me in that one reading was very like, I didn't even know I got that name, guys, until I went back to it. I was like, wait, that seems familiar. And then I went back and listened, and I was like, oh crap. So Libby's always kind of the strongest. She's always the one that gives me. I love all the girls, and I love Abby too, but I just have kind of a connection with Libby, and she's always the one I feel that steps in and gives me the information. So I don't know. It's just the timing of it. I just thought I would name her Libby. And normally, like when I have cats like that, I have them in a large crate where all the dogs can like see them and get used to them and stuff. But yeah, I think I just want to keep her away from all the cats. I don't want them catching whatever she's got. So yeah, it doesn't happen very often, and I hope I'm not expected to do it all the time because literally I can't promise. I actually got Alan in the first auto write. Alan and Kagan came in the same auto write, the very first one. So that was interesting. And it was big A, Alan is how it came in. And then Kagan came in the same reading, but I said it Keegan, same thing. So I got both of those in the very, very first reading that I ever did. So there's a lot. It turns out that he actually did work at Walmart. There's a part in there where I said I saw him walking into Walmart. So there's a validation for that. I did get September. That is his birthday. What else did I get that we haven't talked about? The McDonald's thing kind of blows me away because CVS is right there, right next to. I didn't realize how close it was. I got chemist. Chemist came in, calculus, chemist. The serpent is like a medical symbol or a pharmacy symbol. So I got all that stuff. I feel like, I don't know. So Libby wanted me to do another reading, and I don't know why. She came to me the other night when I was driving home from my mom's, and she wants to do another reading. And I'm not really sure what the reason is for it. I don't know if she has a message. I don't know if she wants to give more information. I don't really know. So I plan to do that hopefully this week because she's kind of bugging me with it. So as far as more than one person involved, I think that KK led them to him. I think that more than one person were using that profile, and it might connect to a ring or a web. As far as and I think that I picked up two people possibly because it could be looked at different ways. He's dual personalities, but also like he can be two different people, but also Kagan can be considered another one because he can be a connection, right? Allegedly. So, shh, puppy. That could be the other one. So, the girls always went like this. I don't know who the second person would be. I don't know if that means that it was at the bridge or if it's a different reason. But in one of the readings, they kept going like this with the gloved hands, like knitted gloves. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I think Violet quit. I think that it's possible that there's I feel like allegedly he's definitely, his energy fits. Come on. So I think his energy fits. I got sent a lot of people. Sorry, my dogs are like antsy. Like I said, I haven't been here today. So I don't know how to explain this. His energy matched. His energy matched. And I remember, and that's all in how I perceive things. So there is a time where I said I didn't think it was the same person on the bridge and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, like I said, there is, I don't know. I think there's multiple people. I just don't know if they were all at the bridge that day. That's one thing. I've always seen multiple people at the bridge, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's like a symbolism type thing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if they're just trying to tell me that, he acts like he's more than one person, or if there was more than one person at the bridge. Because I always kind of felt there was someone at the bottom of the bridge. Like that's how it came across. But I think that there's a web of multiple people, like that all use these fake profiles or that uses this fake profile. But I don't know. I don't know if that's what Libby wants to talk about. I'm not really sure. I don't know what other information I'll get, and I can't promise that I'll get any more. I can't promise that I'll get like, It's weird that your thing says 1962 because that's his address. And I swear I got that somewhere where I cannot find it, so maybe I didn't. But or is it 1967? It's 1962 or 1967. I might be wrong on that. It might be 1967. 1967. I have to look it up now. Because I swear it seems familiar to me, but it might be 1967. Actually, I think I'm wrong on that. What do I know? I'm tired. Sorry. I don't want to give wrong information. Okay, it's 1967. So yeah, you're in the clear. I knew it was 1960 something. I swear that seems so familiar to me, like I got it, but I don't know. So yes, it was. And I think that's actually how they found him. And I think that's why I got him. I think that's why I got things that link to him and link to his dad, because there are specific things that do link to his dad. And the reason, the color red, the racing vehicles, I made a 40-minute video on stuff that I could link to his dad, which I don't know. It could link, there's certain things that might not link to him that might link to this guy that I might have got mixed up. But I was going off of things that I heard, like the girl on the bike and all that, like specific little stories. So there is stuff I feel that links to both KK and TK. And I think that he knew them. He lived in Peru. They all lived in Peru. And I think that they all used the same profile. And no telling who else used the profile to talk to different girls. I think there's going to be more girls out there that had actually spoken that may not even realize that they spoke to him. The weird thing about him is his eyes change. And I said that in my reading. I said, sometimes they look lighter, sometimes they look darker. Like literally his eye. And that's why I was getting two different colored eyes. But also, I got different looks. So it could be all the different people that I was seeing was his different looks. Or it could be different people. I don't know. But again, not everything I get in Delphi is going to match it, like in the auto rights, because I learned later on that I was picking up multiple cases. And as far as like wanting to be a serial killer, all that, we don't know if he is or not, but it could have been in his head. It could be somebody else I'm picking up, that kind of stuff. It's on how we perceive the information. So we have to keep that in mind with the auto rights. Because like I thought I got the name Janice and I thought it was I thought it was a victim, but it's actually his mom's name. So I'm curious if when they put the DNA to the system, what else is going to pop up? I'm really curious about that. If anything's going to pop up, unless it's people that haven't been found. So I just wonder if he actually is a serial killer. It only takes 3 to be a serial killer. So, I don't know. Because I feel like he has a double life, or he has, like, he's someone that, so people think that he's one way, but he's really another way. Like, he has a good facade. He puts out this facade, like, I'm a good guy, I'm, whatever, but then he's really dark. Also, they're talking about, there's things that I got, like, about keeping trophies and stuff like that. I do think, like, that came out after I got that. So, right. Well, I mean, there are sometimes, but I don't know. Like, I've always felt that Elizabeth and Lyric were always connected in one way, shape, or form. I don't really know what the shape. I don't really know the connection. But it's just weird. They're very similar cases. Which would make sense. Right. Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because I said that in my reading that sometimes they're lighter, sometimes they're darker. And I think the last reading I got, they were like hazel, which they are. They're like a green with the brown, like yellow in them or whatever. So yeah, I always get two, but I don't know who the other person is. And so I wasn't really shown. I'm curious how the church is going to fit in, because I got a church a lot, and I think it's more than he just lived by it. And I got, and also if you watch Aphrodite, he also got a church a lot. So it seems like everybody picks up this church, and I don't think it's like, yes, things have multiple meanings, like the tie-dye, okay? So Livy loved tie-dye. She wore tie-dye. They made tie-dye shirts for her, but also this guy wore tie-dye, and so did his daughter, which is really weird. So there's things that can have multiple meanings, but I think the church has a bigger meaning than what we think. I think it's more than just he lived by the church, because it came in too much. I mean, yes, McDonald's came in the beginning, and that's where he worked. And I was like, holy crap, I didn't realize, I should have looked it up. But I honestly didn't remember much I got in. As you can see, I'm like super tired in that reading, and I was like really channeling hardcore, and that's why I'm like that in that reading. So I think it is. I think it's connected. That's why I think they're taking more. I mean, I even got his middle name, Matt. That came in auto rate 10. But like, there's so much information that I've gotten. Well, I don't know if that's his son or his wife's son or who she is. That's what was told to me, and I can't confirm that. So I don't know. I just wonder if somehow this is like weirdly connected to the church. Like rings can contain some pretty high profile people. And that's what I'm wondering, because it literally was repeated, and it was repeated a lot in my old auto rates too. So it's got to have a bigger meaning than just he lived by the church. It just does. Well, they don't want anything to mess up the case, but they don't want anybody to know what they're looking at. So I think that's part of it. What story? What do you mean a story she reposted to her Facebook page? Meow. Lady Grace, I don't understand that. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, they have a reason that they're doing all things, and yeah, I don't know. She might know him though. That's the thing. I don't. The wife had posted something, and it was like, so I don't know. That's what someone sent me. Like I said, I can't confirm it. I could be picking up when I'm getting a male and female in the home that it was his daughter and his son-in-law, because they're really close. That could also be the dark-haired person I was seeing, but I seemed like I got a bunch of different hair colors because he seemed to change it. Like one point it looks even more blonde, but it is like a reddish, like chestnut color. And what's weird again is that I was getting the white beard with like a stripe down it, and he's like that in some of his pictures. It just tripped me out. There's a lot of things that tripped me out. I had him drawn, but I didn't have him drawn face like forward facing. It's from the side, so it's the nose could have been a little pointier, but the eyes are dead on. The face shape is kind of dead on. I didn't put enough facial hair, which I had thought about that later. Like, I need to put more facial hair here, but I didn't draw it. And I always put him with the beanie on. And then that one video with him in a beanie, it was just like a black beanie, like I had saw. Was just weird, baby. Sorry. Yeah, well, I would disappear too, okay? Because she knows that they're going to baby scrutinized them, you know. What I don't understand though is she didn't think that it was weird that he never wore that jacket again, because I don't think he ever wore that jacket after that. It would have been covered in whatever. And I always said, like, he's never going to dress that way again. And that's what came in. And, like, she didn't think it weird that he never wore that jacket again. That's one thing that I was thinking about today. Like, I would notice if my husband never wore a jacket that he wore before again. It's just weird. So I don't understand. I don't know. That's just, a lot of people are blind to stuff though, you know, because they don't want to believe it. I'm sure she had her moments. Because I can't tell you how many times I had wives message me and thought that it was their husband during this whole thing. There was a time I had so many people messaging me, you know, saying that it was their husband and someone they knew and blah, blah, blah. I did get hair locks. Yes, I got that hair was cut. I also got, I think, underwear or something was kept. I can't, a piece of clothing or something like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's hard because it's hard that she would be, to understand that she would be in that denial. I mean, yes, but at the same time, like I said, I had other women that would turn in their husbands in a second, that were turning in their husbands in a second. My dogs are not happy with me right now. They want out, so he might be very domineering with her, and she's just not. You know, she might be one of those women that just kind of puts up with it, didn't think it, you know, anything of it. Yeah, so I guess we'll see. I don't know. She wants me to do another reading, so I'll try to do that this week. I'm kind of tired. I've got, you know, private readings that I do. Oh, excuse me. I'm actually booked out till December too. So, that just happened. Was that before or after though, the bridge thing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. There's something more with the church, and I mean, everybody's like, well, KK is an ordained minister. Well, I'm an ordained minister, but like, I don't think that's it. I know. Can you imagine? Oh, it was after. Well, that's even worse. Yeah. Well, like I said, I think he seems like a decent guy and a nice guy, but he's not. He's got a really dark energy and a really dark, because a lot of stuff that I picked up was very dark, very raw, very dark, very awful. He's not a good person. He might look like a good person at times, like everybody's saying, least person anybody would suspect, which I got multiple times. Like, no one's going to suspect this guy. This guy's never been in jail for anything. Like, they're not going to expect it. And that's exactly what happened. He's like the least expected person. He looks like crazier in his like mugshot, but yeah. Right. I know. I was trying to get back on Marv and Frank to see if they would go on because she was going to go on the bridge. I wanted her to like take me live over there and just see what I felt. If I got anything like extra or more, which it's not going to really make a difference. It was just an idea. But yeah, Libby wants to talk. he's ticked. He's arrogant. He didn't want to get caught. He didn't think he was going to get caught. He's like probably thinking I got away with it for 5 years. No one knows who I am, blah, blah, blah. And he's super arrogant. He's super arrogant. I think he's probably a narcissist as well. You know. So I don't know. I'm curious what Libby wants to talk. I don't know. She does want me to do another reading, which I was done. So I don't know. I'm not really sure if she has more she wants to say, or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, he's ticked off, Pixel. He's arrogant. I don't think he thought KK would turn him in. Because I think KK had a lot to do with this, with finding him. I think he had a lot to do with it. The timing of it, his arrest, searching the river, all of that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's got two different sides. Maybe, but she wanted a reading done. Like, she came to me when I was driving. Like, I don't know. She wants a reading done. For some reason, I don't know if she just wants to talk to me again, if she has information she wants to put out, if she wants a message for her family, or she wants to talk for the girls. I was wondering that going somewhere. I was wondering that. That thought came to me the other day about the church being involved in the ring, and I hate to think that, but I mean, look at the Catholic Church. Like, it's one thing I can't, it feels like it's a big piece. I know. I that was a thought. That was a huge thought. That there's like people connected to the church that are involved in this web. There has to be, like, everybody's getting it. Like I said, I got it a lot, and then it came in multiple times in that reading. Like, it was repetitive. When they repeat stuff like that, it means it's important. Either I'm not perceiving it right, or it's super important. So I think that it's involved some way, shape, or form more than what we think. I mean, I do think he's BG, allegedly. I do. His energy matches. This is the first time it's felt right, because I had a lot of people send me, people throughout the years. Like, I think I've gone through millions and millions of people. What I did find out is that allegedly he is a recovering alcoholic and was into meth at one time. And he does have aliases. So that was another thing I picked up. And if it's true about the meth, allegedly, then that would connect back to the people I thought it connected to in the first place. That whole Kokomo Boy gang thing and certain specific people. So I'm curious about that, because actually KK connects to them. KK connects to the specific people that I was talking about, one of which is an informant now. So, and I'm curious because I got Lancaster. Everybody keeps telling me there's a detox center in there. I wonder if he ever went there. I don't know. Probably not. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The alias, the guy has named meth charges in the past. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It is an instant portal. Can't say that going somewhere because I've never tried nothing else. I think you did too, Tracy. I think that it was all part of a deal. But again, if he did like KK connects to these people, these other people that like it's a gang out there. So if he connects to them, I'm sure this guy does, because they're known for like the drugs and stuff out there. He did roll, yeah. He did definitely roll. I mean, like everybody says, I don't think, and I didn't think he was the one on the bridge because who I was seeing was different at the time, but like that could be for different reasons. But I do think he is. I mean, he matches, his energy matches. Because I've been thinking about that because people are like, I don't think it's him, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, he matches. Yeah, I could have been picking up the trucker serial killers with the trucker and all of that. I could have been picking that up. Yeah. The Kokomo boys. So, like, if he did do drugs, I know KK connects to them. I've been told he's got ties to certain specific people. I swear to you, that picture that I have posted in my group is of KK at that bonfire they had that night. Like, I swear it's him. It looks just like him. No, I do think I was picking up truck driver serial killers because I was picking up a red truck. And I know TK has one to like carry his stuff in, but I was getting bodies and stuff on the side of the road. Like I went through all my auto rights. So I think I was picking up a serial truck driving case. Yeah, you know what? I saw that on his someone showed like his yard and I did see a red truck. So that kind of tripped me out a little bit. He does wear a lot of red as well. He wears a lot of red. So red is important. So that was RL, and I don't think he was involved in the way that people think he was involved. It's more like I kind of know what's going on about certain things, but I can't do anything to stop it, kind of thing. No, that's TK. TK has the red Jeep Wrangler. RA has one in his yard. If you look at the video someone put of like an upper part, there's a red truck there. But no, the Jeep Wrangler was TK. And I'm wondering why all this red is coming up. Because both of those people have a lot of red. Like all of TK's like cars and stuff that he races and his truck that he takes it in is all red. This guy, he's got a red Jeep Wrangler. Okay, then you got this guy that's got a red truck. He wears a lot of red. Like, what's the red about? Why so much red? I remember in the beginning, I was like, it's red. Red is important. But it's weird. They both like are into red. I don't know. That truck doesn't look like it works. I just wonder. I don't know. I wonder if it was his and still there. It looks like it. There was a black truck. This is okay. So I posted it in the group, but they have an overhead of his yard, and it shows a couple of trucks in the back. I think one's white, one's red. So, but these are like older vehicles, so I don't know if they work or not, and it kind of makes me wonder if he did work on them. Because I remember smelling oil and someone that worked on cars or trucks, and I just don't know if that connects to him or not. But if he had like some old trucks, I just wonder. Yeah, the red trucks in the yard. The Psychic Sleuth podcast group. It's on Facebook. I also posted it on the community page though. Like I try to share both places most stuff. But it like shows the top of the yard and you can see a red truck in it. I saw it too. So I was like, no way. Well, that's TK. TK had the race car. So yeah, I guess that could connect to him. See, I think he's involved somehow. Like, I think they were all using the profile. I don't know I don't know if he was there that day at the bridge. It's kind of weird because in the beginning it felt like there was only one person, but later on it came up. The girls showed me two on their knitted fingers, and I don't know again if that's the connection. They're both connected to, like they're both connected to this, or they're main players. I really don't know. It's like a puzzle, and then girls always showed me. They always showed me puzzle pieces, and they've been showing me puzzle pieces sliding together over the last couple days, which is what they said. And it's weird because a lot of the stuff I said, the police said. Like the puzzle pieces, they said that at one time. The hiding in plain sight, I said that way before they started saying that. But then it's like they said that those words, and I was like, you got to be kidding me, because that's the same words I said. It was trip out when I heard that. Sorry. That was RL. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's involved. Like, I don't think he was involved in the killing of the girls or anything like that. Yeah, they were moved. And I got that. I got that they were taken away and brought back, which is really weird. And someone said they were posed like dolls, which I thought is weird because I got dolls in my auto rights. There's just so much that's fitting. It's insane, and I can't even believe it. Yeah, which is what it's so weird you say that because I got that in my auto rights too, and they told me checkmate at one time, because I was in his head and I heard checkmate. So I think they did too. Everybody thinks that's where the girls were killed, but the police said no. I mean, they've even left stuff there, but I guess the police said no. So I don't know. I know I kept getting a barn or something last reading. I don't know. The last reading was my most accurate, so yeah. It's hard for me to see this guy handle both girls by himself. And it's possible if there is somebody else involved, he's gonna roll on everything. Probably. You know what's weird is I got Rodney and Nick in hers because this was way before Rodney ever went, Kylie Rodney ever went missing. And I got Rodney in this Delphi with Nick, and it turns out Nick has two meanings. So Nick found Kylie, but also Nick is the prosecutor's name. I thought that was really weird. Maybe. Which is it's so weird. The other connection to this case is my birthday's on February 12th. Get this, my aunt's birthday is his birthday. So that's a weird connection. Like my aunt's birthday is 9/9. I also got that he had a gun in the reading. So it's interesting that you said that. This was ritualistic. That's what makes me wonder, like, what his beliefs were. If he was, like into the demonic devil stuff. If he did look up serial killers, because I know one serial killer that came in was Stephen Moran. If you look him up, like he had aliases and he changed his looks all the time, and that's what they were referencing, and that's what he does kind of remind me of that. I'm itching right here all of a sudden. Yeah, weird, Kelly, because that's his birthday. That's my aunt's birthday too. It's weird. So I just have weird connections to the case. It's like super odd. Because my birthday is the 12th. And that's one reason, like, I found out, this happened after. The weird freaking thing that happened to me. If you guys listen to the very beginning, you know where I was when I decided to take on this case? The pharmacy. If that's not weird, because I was in the pharmacy and it popped up on the TV and I started getting visions, which was weird. I was getting a red truck. I don't know, but I was in the pharmacy. Is that weird or what? Someone else brought that to my attention. Gigi brought that to my attention. That was in the pharmacy when that happened. Like, it came on the TV, and then I was like, I knew I had to work it, but I was literally in the pharmacy. It was so, and Gigi brought that to my attention. She's like, do you think it was a sign? And possible. I mean, I don't believe in coincidences. I thought that they said they were moved or something. Well, I don't think they're I think they they were taken somewhere and then brought back. I don't know. I don't know for what, or I don't know. I really don't know. It's never been really clear. That's what I'm wondering, because if you go back to my old readings, it's like someone that used to believe in the church, but now they believe in the dark. And I got that demons drove him, so it is possible that's like why his eyes changed, but it's so weird. Sometimes they look dark, sometimes they look light, and that's why I was getting 2 different colored eyes and getting that they changed. I think that actually, like, Libby feels like she was the one that he wanted. I don't know why. It's weird that she kind of looks like his daughter and stuff. But it's like a 2-for-1 thing is what I've always gotten. Like, it was a 2-for-1 situation. Actually, the police apparently burned down the barn, from what I understand. It was like a controlled burn. So I don't know. I don't know about that. No, I don't think it was abduction. I don't know. And I also got Ford, what are they called? Ford, I was seeing Ford placemats, like, in the car, that you put your feet on. I've seen those, and it turns out he does have a Ford. So I thought that was interesting. Like, there's a lot that I've gotten that's, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, if he really wanted to do something to his daughter, or if he'd done stuff to his daughter. Like, I'm serious. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm wondering about that. No, I don't think that. Yeah, Ford formats. Yeah. I got those and I found out he does have a Ford. So I don't think the chief is in on it, honestly. I don't. Although I did get a badge. I don't really know what the badge stands for. I know. I'm curious to see what Libby wants me to do the reading for, like, what she's gonna come up with. I don't know. I'm kind of like wondering. Yeah, all allegedly going somewhere. She's forgetting her allegedly tonight. A new one? What do you mean, a new one? I'm sure they do. So whenever I channel, it comes in like forms of thoughts. So I don't really know who's talking, but I always just try to connect to Abby. Libby. Last time I only connected to Libby because she's like the spokesperson. It's easier to connect to one than all. So in my opinion, or the way that I work. And so this last time, like, I've always focused on both of them. But this time I really zoned in on Libby, and so she's the one I feel that gave me the name and everything. So I'm sure she does. I'm sure she was giving information, but it is like Libby's the spokesperson for them. Abby seems more shy. Libby's more outgoing. So I don't know. It's just the way it feels to me, but they probably both do. They're both there. It's just that Libby's, I think, clearer or knows how to connect better or something. I don't know. The stronger ones are easier. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. She might want to give a message to them. I don't know if they'll ever hear it, but it's kind of like what I did with Kylie. Like, I don't know if they'll ever hear it. What I did with the Mormon, I don't even know if they'll ever, like, the family will ever hear it, but it just gives them a chance to say what they want to say. And maybe one day they will hear it. I don't know. That's kind of why I do it. But she seems like she wants to say something. Or talk about something, or I don't know. It's weird because I like want to move on to another case, but I feel like I have to do this reading first. I don't know why. And I'm trying to follow. Because that's just like, when Spirit told me to do another world events auto rate, I did it, and then stuff started happening. So I try to listen. Like, if she wants me to do it, it's for a reason. I just don't know what the reason is. And now, I don't know. Now that everybody's seen me get this name, I hope that they don't think that I can do this all the time. Maybe I will. I don't know. I always struggle with names. I'm always saying I can't get names, but it seemed like I got it when it counted. And sometimes they usually come in other readings. Like, they were freaking yelling that name at me through like 2 or 3 different readings that I did since theirs. I kept getting Richard, over and over and over. Dylan's last reading I did, and that was because this was gonna come up. They were trying to tell me. DV. Yeah, I kind of go down rabbit holes too. Like, when I was working the auto rights on Delphi, I was down so many freaking rabbit holes. So many people were sending me people, like, and none of them felt right, but it was like, I can't even tell you, dude. I can't even tell you how many people I looked at. I think it's bugged a lot of people, but everybody's important. It's just, I've always had a connection to the case. I felt called to do it. Now I know why. There's a reason for everything. And we kind of have those cases where they touch us more than others, like Stephanie and Anaya. Those were cases that touched me. I don't know. I don't know what we're allowed to say. I probably say a lot of stuff I'm not supposed to say. So yeah, I'm gonna work on her again. I want her energy. I want some time to pass and people quit doing readings and stuff on her. So, I want to get a little bit stronger because I struggle with hers, and I think it's because of the collective, what everybody thinks and what I've heard, and so I want to kind of get far away from where I don't remember my readings and whatnot, kind of like what I did with Delphi, where I didn't remember much. So when I did the reading, it was kind of like a new reading, so I want to do that. But there's some cases I'm behind on. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Okay. I get it now. I'm telling you, I'm tired. So it's 12 and I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's going to come out of this reading. I really don't. I guess we'll find out. Obviously, she has something she wants to say or important information. Because it's like the same thing like when Kylie came to me in my car. They always come into me in my car because it's kind of like I'm zoned out. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I hope that the prayer was strong enough. I hope it makes a difference. I really do. And I'm appreciative of all the support and love and everything that I received over the last few days. And And I'm wondering too, who was watching Libby play volleyball or softball? There's somebody that either watches baseball or softball, watched Libby and Abby play, or Libby, I don't know if Abby played, watched Libby play. There's something about it. Because I saw someone like shaking hands, and I don't really know what it is. That's something, the baseball kept coming up and coming up and coming up, and I just don't know where it fits. So that was interesting. Yeah, this is the night owl crew. You're right. Well, and like I said, we just jumped on here, and like I had so much to do when I got home, so that's why it's so late. Because every time I run into town, it takes most of my day. So I've got to try to build a doghouse now, because it's about to get cold, and I got those dogs that watch my goats outside. But sorry. I don't know. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not meant to work every case. I'll work on the cases I'm meant to work. I'm only one person, so it's just not possible for me to work on every single case, or every single case that I want to work on. I just kind of go where I'm called, and I've kind of just let spirit lead where I work on. So, and like I said, that it all depends on the connections, because some of these people I might have known in a past life. Maybe I have a karmic thing with them. Maybe, there's just a reason I was supposed to work on it. And Delphi was one I was supposed to work on, for the reasons that are now. That's just the way it works. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. Yeah, and I try to make my lives like that. I try to make my lives like personable and fun and interesting and chatty. Yeah, I always get sidetracked. I run off and sometimes like I can't think of what I'm going to say, and that's just spirit kind of making appearance known. But I'm too tired to. I did. I think the drawing that I had done was him. I have posted it. It's on my Delphi somewhere. It's in the group. I actually posted on the community page of him and that together, but it's more of a side view. So the nose could have been a little bit pointier. That's the only thing I kind of see. I could add more facial hair, which I thought at one point, but someone else drew it for me. And I put him in a black beanie. So I thought that was interesting. And I think I got more of like how he looks now with the fatter face. So yeah, it's there. Check my community page or check the group or something. I posted a picture of him next to it. To me, it looks pretty good. Just not a pointy enough nose, but it's from the side. Interesting. Jordan. I've gotten that name before. Jordan. She's got red hair. Just recently turned 18 years old when she vanished in May 23rd, 2006. The teen girl lived in Wabash, Indiana at the time of her disappearance. Huh. Interesting. Oh, that sucks. Have a humidifier and steam and everything like that. How old is she? I always tell people, vitamins, flush your body with vitamins. It helps. At least it helps me. I think it keeps things from getting worse in the least. But she's probably a 4, yeah. I think they have it for kids. So I don't know what the age thing is on it. Yeah, Vicks is really good. I like the lavender Vicks. Lavender Vicks is awesome because the lavender is nice and calming. Oh, that's good. Yeah, she's probably getting a little better then. I know they have Mucinex for kids too. But your doctor probably has her on everything. Yeah, there's a lot going around. I'm telling you guys, in the auto rights, I got the flu season is going to be really bad. Make sure you guys are taking your vitamins and stuff and upping your immune system because the flu season is going to be really bad this year for everybody. So make sure that you're taking your vitamins, and I always say vitamin C, echinacea, elderberry, all that. It'll bump your immune system up. Yeah, and the RSV is bad this year, but seriously, the flu is going to be really bad. I'm just letting you guys know. And that came in the auto right, so make sure you up your immune systems. That's for your kids too. I think they have, vitamin C and stuff for kids, elderberry, things like that for kids. So I know the kitten's not a kid, but I feel like I got her just in time because she's like pretty. She's got lots of stuff coming out of her nose and eyes, so hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough flu season, guys. Seriously. My son's got COVID for the second time, and I heard him the other day, and he was sneezing and stuff, and I said, Elijah, you're sick. He said, no, I'm not. It's the allergies. I said, no, you're sick. Get on your vitamins. But you can't get him to listen. It's the second time he's had it since he's lived there. But she don't. And if you got a sore throat, warm salt water is good, and they also have a throat coat tea that works really good too. I got sick around, I think it was like right after he left, like December, January. Dude, I flooded my body with vitamin C and everything. I was constantly taking stuff, and I fought it in 4 days. So yeah, I can't take flu shots. Last time I got a flu shot was 20 years ago, and I got the flu really, really bad with it, and I said never again. And guess what? I haven't got the flu. So I just can't. No, Poppy, not right now. Well, I guess I better go take care of my dogs. This wasn't going to be that long of a live. So, I know it's late for everybody. It's late here, too. I'm going to get around and take care of everything. I think I'll put some water in there for her. I got to find a smaller bowl. But anyways, you guys have a good night. And just, I guess, add Quinton to your purse tonight. And hopefully this works out. This helps. It should. Power of prayer is amazing. So I don't see. It will help. It will help. It will help. That's what we got to say. Yep. The prayer will help. Prayer helps. So good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you guys. Violet quit.